Hello, everyone. My name is Humberto Solis, and I will be discussing my speech of what understanding civilization in a Latin America religious is about. And throughout my research, it has been showing me that a huge trend around religious in Latin have been around for quite some time, but a lot of people out there in a Latin community has been doing some lacking religious and not following the proper readings or proper Latin languages in the church that they were supposed to learn. But according to some churches in, I think, Italy, any churches out there, has been some different changes. Like, there was one interviewer saying that this church of Christian some of them has been lacking and not following like the proper in the Bible, or some of them haven't followed that has been written. But some people out there have studied really hard on Bible studies, especially learning scriptures of how it's different from other religions out there. For example, like Catholic, Mormon, or Jehovah Witness. Many religious just out there. But lately, when I've been looking at my research across from Western European and North, there has been a huge decline in the roots in that part of different area, that not a lot of religious get enough of the idea of how to reduce religion and how do we do it better. So, according to the patterns in the European Europe and the United States, different types, what they believe is they go further of their religious, of what they stand. And on top of that, a lot of authors that create Bible books or anything that stands for what some people believe in, they know where they personalize from what they stand and what they believe. But in the modern days now, where religious is a little different, but where I see some religious out there can be the same and hasn't changed since, or there's, like I said, lots of lacking people that don't want to follow the Latin or any like religious that they believe in. So what is one thing that some people could do around the globe that can help address how do we make religious better? How do we understand the proper scripture better? How do we understand better? Well, some say use your motivation to unfold, to understand step by step with reading the Bible. And more importantly, understand where not all religious are on the same page as what you or anyone believe what they stand. But now, throughout the centuries, some religious people out there believe in new things that are popping up, and some stayed what they believe in. But honestly, it's good to know where people stand and what they believe in,